Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Dosage podcast. It is episode 132. We're going to be talking about the year 2017 in gaming. Let's welcome back Lana as our guest host tonight. How are you?
Hey.
Hey, hi.
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Hi, I'm Lana.
Wow, okay, cool.
Hey guys. Hey. Thanks for listening. That's all you got? Energy. Come on. Trevor says, long time no see. See? He's excited. Need you to get hype. No? Let's paint the picture that... No, I'm never done. You should know this by now. Let's paint the picture of 2017. We are both 32 years of the great age. And here are the things that happened that are notable in the year. Nintendo's Nintendo Switch, I felt that was redundant, console reveal, detailing its release day, price, and technical specifications was held at Tokyo Big Sight and live stream online on Nintendo Direct. It was shortly after this that it was released. 4 years old already, the Nintendo Switch. Man, that's such a good console. So yes, the Nintendo Switch was released in 2017. I was excited to get one, and I actually paid for it. Do you remember this? Shout out Swagbucks. Swagbucks paid for my console. We did a lot of surveys and saved up a lot of gift cards. And we didn't have to pay for the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
We had to pay for it by doing surveys for quite some time, but it was worth it. We achieved our goal and got a Switch with gift cards from Swagbucks. Shout out Swagbucks, sponsor us. Do you still use that site?
I can't. It's blocked at work.
No! What about your mobile? Yep. They have a mobile app.
Yeah, no, not going to happen.
There goes those days. Also, that came out that year, the new Nintendo 2DS XL, because again, no 3DS, they lost that lawsuit. Super NES Classic Edition. Boy, was I excited to get that thing. I woke up at like 4 in the morning to snag one. Super stoked on that. And then also the Project Scorpio Xbox One X, not to be confused with the Series X that came out in 2021. But the One X, that's crazy that that thing is 4 years old.
Yeah.
Man. Those are notable things that happened in 2017. Do you have honorary mentions this year?
I actually do for this year.
Oh, what you got?
Oh, hi, Trevor. He said, hi, Lana. No, long time no see. I'm sorry. Hi, Trevor. Okay, what do I got? Oh, crap. My email reset. Hold on. Okay. 2017, I have 4 honorable mentions. I got the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. It was fun watching my husband want to throw the controller through the television.
It's not fun.
Lego City Undercover, which was just a ridiculous, fun little game. The Sims 4 for the consoles. And South Park, The Fractured Butthole.
Excuse me?
I know. Sorry. Those are my honorable mentions.
That's it?
That's it.
I'm curious about your top 10 now. So I'll hit you with my honorary mentions, as, of course, I have a lengthy list. But these continue to get shorter and shorter as the years go on. I wonder why that is. Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue. That's a mouthful. That's what she said. Halo Wars 2. Lego Worlds. Nier Automata. Mass Effect Andromeda. I know, I put it on there. I enjoyed it when it worked. That's why it's an honorary mention. You didn't continue your tradition of dishonorable mentions.
I didn't have any because I haven't played enough games.
You have none that you wanted to shit on?
No, not from these years.
I'm disappointed in you. I looked forward to your negativity.
Few games deserve it, but the ones who deserved it got it.
I only have one. I'll get to it after my honorable mentions. Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, you're stealing my thing, huh?
Yeah, well, somebody has to. You didn't deliver on 2016, so now here we are.
Oh, rude.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 Remix. Kingdom Hearts HD 2.5 Remix. Felt like there was a lot of Kingdom Hearts happening. I wonder why that was. Could it be because they were working on a Kingdom Hearts 3? Lego City Undercover, as you mentioned. Great GTA for kids. Persona 5. Friday the 13th, the game. Dead by Daylight. Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, where I didn't break any controllers. I didn't, actually. I didn't. I behaved. Because controls are expensive. Splatoon 2.
They are.
Miitopia. This was originally released on the 3DS. They just released it on updated new version on the Switch, which if you haven't played Miitopia, you really should. It's a great game. Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle. The Evil Within 2, which is a great inspired by Resident Evil 4 type game. I don't know how else to describe it. WWE 2K18, which notable here, that was the first 25 episodes of NAW. So shout out 2K18, you launched a show for us. Yeah. Woo-hoo. Nobody. Cool. Call of Duty World War II, Lego Marvel Superheroes 2, Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, Animal Crossing Pocket Camp. You ready for the dishonorable?
Yes.
This is for you, Cody. My dishonorable is Fortnite. The game is trash. Top 10. Hit us with number 10, Lana. What you got?
Cody's going to be mad at you. All right. My number 10 is Friday the 13th, the game. This game was just stupid fun. Like, it was fun to play, especially if you got friends to play. I can't remember if we were playing this one or the other one when I abandoned our child in the bathroom on stream because there was a spider. But
we were playing
they were just fun
Dead by Daylight for that one.
Okay. But these games were just fun to get, like, a bunch of people together, you know, for a fellowship night.
She said it!
I said it! It was 5 maps from the first 5 Jason movies. So they were all based in one of the first 5 Friday the 13th movies. And you could play as various characters from those movies. And then at random, one of you was Jason. And you'd run around, and their job was to try to escape either by finding keys and driving a car out, or I think there was another way that you could escape just by running, right? You could run to the edge of the map and get out because there were police there or something. Or Jason's job was to murder all 5 of you before you could get out.
You had to call the police, though, before you could escape the map.
Yes, that's right. You had to call police, yeah. You could, if you were killed or you had escaped before the rest of the people, you could end up playing as Tommy Jarvis, if he was called. And he is the only killer, or the only character in the game that can actually kill Jason and make him lose. So I thought that was kind of a fun nod to the movies or whatever. But, like I said, it was a fun fellowship game. It was fun to play with a whole bunch of, you know, people and just see if you guys could make it against Jason or if he would murder all of you.
Yeah, no, it was a great game. It's sad that they went through lawsuits and it lost support. Yet another great game that couldn't get updates. Because I felt it was not a fully polished out game. It had some hiccups and issues. And through updates and time, it could have gotten a lot better. Still a fun game, though. I love the nod to the franchise. I'm a huge Friday the 13th fan, so. But there were other games this year that were much better than it. My number 10 is one of those games. I was not expecting this to be as good as it was, or I was not even ready for it to be as good as it was. But I'm so glad it came out, and I'm hopeful for a sequel. This game was created by a fan of Sonic who utilized assets from the existing Sonic games of the Sega Genesis. They originally worked on mobile ports of such game. That's how they got familiar with coding for it. They went on then to make an inspired new game, and they called it Sonic Mania. This game, again, incredible. possibly one of the best Sonic games to exist outside of the original Sega Genesis ones. That says a lot. And there are several nods to especially the first two Sonic games in this, including some of the boss fights and level designs, notably, obviously, Chemical Plant Zone, and even the boss battle there. Great game. If you're a Sonic fan and you haven't played this, you need to play this. That is a must-have for any Sonic fan. That is my number 10.
All right. My number 9 is Dead by Daylight. I like this game just slightly better because I feel like I was better at it. I was not as good at the Friday the 13th game. You play with 5 people. There's 1 killer and 4 survivors. The killer has some advantages and the survivors have some advantages. The killer can run slightly faster than the survivors, but the survivors have the ability to stun or blind the killer, and they can vault over obstacles, whereas the killer has to either go around them or smash through them, which obviously takes time. The survivors have to run around the map and repair 5 generators that power up the exit gates. The killer runs around and has an aura that can see the generators, the hooks that he puts the survivors on, and sometimes he can see the survivors depending on their proximity and the killer's special powers. The killers are all from various video games or movies like Halloween, Left 4 Dead, Texas Chainsaw, Nightmare on Elm Street, and so on and so forth. So you get to play as like unique killers, which is kind of fun. But the killer is trying to put the survivors on hooks to sacrifice them to something. Isn't it called the Entity? I think is what it's called. But anyways, you're supposed to be a sacrifice, or you can power up the gates and get out. But it was fun to run around and save people from the hooks and try to get the generator started. And again, another fellowship night game that was fun to play.
Note on that too, all those additional characters, those aren't in the stock or vanilla version of the game. Those are actually DLC purchasable add-ons for the game, so you don't get all those characters. You have to actually buy the DLC. They're continuing to put out new villains and stuff too. I'm trying to think of the recent one. Saw was one of them. I think Hellraiser was another. Cody says they were off all the game. It's not an easy game, and the people that get good at it are really good at it. But it is a fun game. I'd love to return to exploring that. I think it's on Game Pass. I could be wrong. But the DLC is not.
Yeah.
Good pick. Good pick for your number 9. Do you you take notes, don't you?
Yes, sir.
I can tell.
I don't just do anything willy-nilly. Not around here.
Yeah. Yeah, Trevor says they just added Hellraiser. Trevor also is predicting my number 1. Trevor says Resident Evil 7 Biohazard is my number 1 pick. Let's see how accurate he is as we go on.
That was this year?
That was 2017.
Oh my god.
Because Village came out in 2021.
I know. I didn't think it was... I don't know. I guess I have no concept of time anymore.
Because we played the updated VR version for a weekly dosage.
Yeah, I remember. That was terrifying.
My number 9 is South Park: The Fractured But Whole. Cody's going potty. He'll be on soon. He'll be here to join us.
Cody's going potty. Okay.
He's going potty.
Thanks for the...
Well, I added that. He said he's doing what Kaz had to do last night. You missed the main event because you were sleeping.
I was. I passed out. Yes. Yeah. I'm sorry.
It was possibly one of our best main events in recent times, too. So.
Oh, I'm really sorry, but I was sleeping.
That's all right.
Sleep one.
It's available on demand. Cody says it deserves to be higher. South Park: The Fractured Butthole deserves to be higher than number 9. I disagree with you, sir. Once Cody jumps on, we'll recap him up to the point where we're at when he hops in. No, I didn't. I love South Park. I loved what it continued on, but I didn't love the change in the battle system. I don't like the grid that they added for the battles. And when they announced that change, I knew I wasn't going to like it. And it changes the pace and it changes the element of the game itself. Why it's clever, it still has the same charm. It wasn't broke. Why did they change it? And I get they want to differentiate and continue to make new things, but like, I don't know. It's a great game, and that's why it's number 9. But there are other games better, and I liked the Stick of Truth better than I liked the Fractured Butthole. I said it.
You need to say it correctly. It's a fractured butthole.
It's a fractured butthole. It's a play on words.
Anyway,
like a butt crack, but the hole right up.
Okay, Trev. Yeah, I think everybody gets it. Thank you for sharing. Okay.
Oh my god.
All right.
Such an old lady.
Number 8 for me is Lego Marvel Superheroes 2. Like I said before, Lego games will like 99% of the time make it onto my list. And this is just another huge game with a bunch of new locations and characters. You can visit. There's like 15 different locations in this one, I think. They have like an all black and white New York City. There's a medieval, Great Britain type area. They're fun. They're ridiculously fun games.
I didn't understand that for this game. What were the significance of those locations?
They fit into all of the stories, and now, of course, I don't remember because it's been 4 years. But they did make them all fit. Like the black and white New York had to do with one of the Spider-Man universes, like the multiverses. The medieval one had something to do with, I think it was Doctor Strange, because it was like time traveling. And there was a reason why all of the worlds were where they were, and it had to do with somebody screwing up with the dimensions or something like that. It is into the story.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But yeah, that was my number 8.
And I agree, that was a good game. One of the better ones. I like the cast of characters in it too. That was also a game that we played on the Weekly Dosage, so check that out. That is an early episode of us playing that. I don't remember what episode number off the top of my head. I failed. But we did play it, so check it out. My number 8 is also one that we played on the channel. Most notably, you played. It was your first streaming stuff. And speaking of you streaming...
It is this low for you?
Whoa.
Oh, that makes me so sad.
Whoa. What happened? Why are you doing that to me? I'm about to mark...
Because I know what game it is. I know what game it is now.
I'm about to market you, and you're shitting on me.
I know, but it's so low on your list. It's such a good game. Ugh.
So I've twisted the arm of Lana, and she's interested in appeasing me, I guess is the way to describe it, and streaming for us again on a more regular basis. She has games on her backlog that she wants to play, and I said, hey, what a better way than forcing yourself to play games than committing to streaming them. Right? Yay! So one of them is going to be Luigi's Mansion. So I've talked her into that, and I said it's fitting for the season. So be on the lookout for that on the channel, possibly Wednesday nights. Anyways, but this is one of the first games that you played. Is this the first game that you streamed for us?
I'm pretty sure it is.
All right.
I'm sure outside of doing like games with the group, like all together, this was the only one I did solo, I think.
Yeah. So this game is Horizon Zero Dawn. Is that what you were thinking?
Yes, I can't believe it's number 8, man. Ugh.
What? That's not bad.
Anyway, move on.
It's a good game. It might be better if I finished it. I never finished the game, so I couldn't rank it higher. Visually, just breathtaking. The post-apocalyptic world and the robot characters. I'm sure you have much more detailed notes, and this is on your list, so I'll leave it to you. That is my number 8. Let's return to this one because I know we will. What's your number 7?
My number 7 is Animal Crossing's Pocket Camp. It is the mobile Animal Crossing's game. It's totally free to play, though of course there's in-game purchases. But basically it's a monthly cycle of garden events, fishing events, and scavenger events, which is basically just you running around and getting the gyroids. They're themed around holidays, if there's a particular holiday that month. But it's just like the game, though you travel to various islands versus it being one big open island that you can decorate. But in this game, you can decorate your campsite, your camper or van, and a cabin. And then there's various, obviously, animals that you can befriend and welcome to either your campsite or your cabin. And it's just like, it's basically just like the game. The only difference is that you don't upgrade a tent. You have a camper or a van to upgrade. And then you're just participating in these monthly events with other people. And it is one of those mindless phone games where you can just play it, 20 minutes a day. But it's really fun. It's in it when later there's another Animal Crossing game that comes out and it runs concurrent to that one. So there's a lot of similarities between this one, Pocket Camp, and that one, which I think is called New Horizon, right? Mm-hmm. Or something like that. Mm-hmm. But it's a fun, mindless mobile game. It's really fun. All of the trappings of Animal Crossings, but in your pocket.
I've got something in my front pocket for you.
Okay.
No, Butters.
Okay.
God. Do you still play it, right? You still play.
Oh yeah, I literally was playing it while you were going on one of your tangents that take 30 minutes here before.
Wow.
But yeah, I absolutely still play it, yes.
Is it any better? Because I got bored with the gameplay loop.
It's the same thing. Yeah. No, they haven't really changed much.
Yeah, so now we're
there's slight differences. Yeah, there's slight differences here and there, but it's basically the same thing.
I logged in and re-downloaded it once, and I felt like there were so many ads and so many pop-ups and so many tasks and so many little things to click on. I'm like, what is all of this? It's too much.
I like the repetition. I think that's where you and I differ. In my mobile games anyway, obviously. And console games, I want something more substantial. But the reason that I play on my phone is to drain my brain. I don't want it to take too much of my time. That's why I like things like Candy Crush or Animal Crossings. That's what I'm playing when I'm playing on my phone, because it literally helps me clear my mind. It takes my anxiety away. It helps me chill and kind of drain from the day. And so I like that it's monotonous. And honestly, I find Animal Crossings on the console monotonous too. It's the same thing. You log in, you see what you can get from the ground, to take to the museum. You do the jobs that you can to get the money. It is monotonous. And yes, they've absolutely opened it up to more stuff now. But I like that. I like that routine. I like that monotony, especially in a mobile game.
Yeah.
It appeals to me.
I'll be honest, I find myself less and less playing mobile games. I've deleted almost all of the mobile games on my phone. I barely play any games. And even the clicker games, those what do you call them?
Yeah, the tapping games that you like.
Even that, I'm losing appeal with that stuff. Mobile gaming, there's just nothing appealing anymore. Everything's locked behind Apple Arcade now. They're not releasing any decent free games on mobile anymore. Everything's either costs money or, again, Apple Arcade. So, I don't know. If I'm going to play something handheld now, it's going to be my Switch. I just have a better experience with that over trying to play a game on my phone. So.
And I get that, but when I'm trying to go to sleep and I need to calm my anxiety down, or I said, drain my brain at the end of the day.
See, I just watch stuff. I'll throw on a comfort show.
And I can't do that. Because even if I've seen the episode 300,000 times, I will have to watch it from beginning to end. So I can't do that. I need something that I can definitively just put down without there being any sort of consequence. So. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't know.
I do love Animal Crossing's Pocket Camp. I play it every day. I think it's It's super fun.
And that was your number 7?
My number 7.
Man, why is it so low?
I don't think that is comparable to Horizon Zero Dawn, you fool.
I did pre-order the next Horizon game, by the way.
Oh, good.
Yep, because I figured you'd want to play that. They had like 4 different versions.
Mm-hmm.
I just got the basic because
that's totally fine.
Because one of them was like a statue and stuff for like $200+
No, we don't need to hear that.
Yeah, no, ain't about that life.
No. And like, where are we gonna put that shit? Like, no.
Screamer.
Ooh, I'm trying to get you.
They tried. You could put it in your fractured butthole.
All right. Anyway, what is your number 7?
My number 7 is Star Wars Battlefront II. This game is awesome. Visually amazing. The environments, the engine that this runs on is the same as the Battlefield games, the Frostbite engine, and it's just an incredible game. I might be biased. I love Star Wars, so I think it was going to be a no-brainer that I would love this game. It's a lot of fun. We put a lot of time into this one, too, and unlocked a lot of stuff. Yes. I need to play it again. It's been a minute.
It has been a while, actually, and now that we have the Xbox upstairs, we can play together, because we had a hard time with that at the old house.
Yes, we can.
Mm-hmm.
I bet the kids would like that, too. Speaking of Theo, I asked Theo when I was putting him to sleep tonight. I said, what do you want to do tomorrow? It's the weekend. We're going to be home. He's like, I don't know. You know, he does his thing. I'm like, do you want to play? He's like, video games? I'm like, sure. And then he goes, Halo. I'm like, wow, I've trained you well.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm like, there are other video games. He's like, no, Halo.
He's like, nah.
I'm like, okay.
We don't need to talk about that.
That is what we're doing then. So you convinced me.
Yeah, I'm sure it took a lot of arm twisting.
It was. Trevor says, I know it's a shooter. I didn't hate Battlefront 2, but I was not good at it, though. Yeah, the game, depending on what mode you're playing, the game can be very difficult, especially when the heroes and villains get on the maps. They're basically tanks, and that's only in specific game types. So that stuff like that can be frustrating. And I know you didn't like a lot of the vehicle stuff, especially the flying stuff, which is another game mode.
I'm just terrible at that anyway. Yeah.
But an important note,
I'm terrible at all flying, though. It's not... any game that has flying and crap in it, I'm terrible at it. So, I just hate it because I'm not good at it.
And see, I felt I was pretty decent at it, and I enjoyed it, so... But, an important note, too, about this game, this is one that introduced actual campaign mode. The first one didn't have a campaign. It was strictly online, and that got a lot of feedback. So they added a short campaign for this one, and it was actually pretty decent. But majority of the time spent was online. Go figure. We complained, but then we played online anyways. So the other controversy with this thing, too, is suddenly everybody was mad about microtransactions. When they'd been around for years, but we're going to take it out on Star Wars. We did actually an episode on this as well in the Weekly Dosage where we had a cold opening regarding feedback on that as a topic with microtransactions and our particular stance and take on it at that time. So again, this game didn't launch without controversy, but in the long run, like it's a great game. If you don't like microtransactions, don't partake in them. Whatever. That's.
Well, but I think we'll hold off on that. Okay, am I going?
Yep.
Okay, so my number 6 is Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Okay. So let's continue back on then. Let's do this.
Yeah. I wanted to say because it wasn't just that there were microtransactions. Like, I get having microtransactions in a game as long as they do not affect the playability of the game. But in this game, they did. If you spent money, you were better. And that is not fair to people who bought the game but can't spend the extra money. And that's where people got mad. And they actually ended up completely removing microtransactions from the game because of the backlash. It doesn't exist in the game anymore. And EA's account has the most downvoted comment in Reddit history, with 600,000 downvotes in a comment strand talking about microtransactions, which is absolutely hilarious to me. But yeah, there was a hell of a lot of controversy about this when this game came out. And I remember it was all people talked about for like months. But it's moot now because they removed the microtransactions, so that's not even a thing anymore.
Yeah.
And I'd heard there was a story. I personally never played it. I only have ever played online. But I remember, don't you start out as like an Imperial? You're part of the Imperial Army, and you defect to the rebels.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So.
Which ended up being a story like episode 7.
Yeah, and it kind of like
it mirrored that.
Right. But yeah, it's a super fun game, and I'm actually not too bad at the online. Like, obviously, I'm not the best because I'm just not the best at any shooter, but it's fun and doable. And I like that there's like those there's goals, you know, like you
like objectives,
and if you get pushed back, then you chance. Yeah, yes, I do, especially in a shooter like that. So
goes back to the mag days.
It does go back to the mag. Ugh, I love mag. But yeah, it really, really fun game. We should definitely play that some more when we have all this free time that we supposedly have.
Maybe we'll show the kids tomorrow and have them playing Star Wars. Who knows? We'll see.
All right, what's your number 6?
Number 6 for me is Assassin's Creed Origins.
Oh.
What? What is that? You got a hairball? What are you doing? What is wrong with that game?
Nothing is wrong with that game.
6 is not bad. Okay. My only beef with the game is it's just too... the map is really expansive. I'm not giving you people sound bites, damn it. No more.
Oh, man.
No more. There is a lot to do, and a lot of the stuff is repetitive. While the story and gameplay and the mechanics are vastly improved in this one, there's just too much. It's too beefy. So that is... which, by the way, I did have the double stuffed ravioli extra beefy for lunch today. That was fantastic.
Gross. Okay.
90 seconds, some Parmesan cheese. You're going to have a good time.
If you pizza when you want a French fry. Okay.
Wow, that's not funny. See how it feels when you throw it in my face when I think something's funny?
All right.
Jerk.
That's your number 6?
Yep, that's it. Move on. Your turn. Let's go.
All right. Okay. My number 5 is Cuphead.
What?
This game, I wanted to play this game just based on the art style alone. It is so cool. It's like that old like Disney animation style. Like, it's just super cool to look at. It's pretty. The characters are all interesting. The story is really interesting. Your 2 brothers who are gambling with the devil, and you gamble your souls and lose. So then the devil makes you run around this world and
don't deal with
get
the devil.
Back contracts. What?
I said don't deal with the devil.
Don't deal with the devil. But it's a super fascinating game to watch. However, gameplay is super frustrating. This is a very, very hard game. And it relies a lot on repetition and muscle memory versus like skill, which is also infuriating because like you could be doing so good and one screw up just throws you all off. And it is repetition. It's jumping and hitting and shooting and dodging, and it's complete repetition and muscle memory. So, the more you play it, the better you're going to get, the better you're going to be. But, oh boy, is it frustrating. Amanda and I played one level for like an hour and a half one time. It was just...
You did. You two were committed.
We were committed. And Amanda's one of those people where she's going to do something until she does it. She does not give up. And yeah, we finally did it. We beat the level, but an hour and a half on one level of a game, like, that's insane.
It's a lot.
But it is just a beautiful game just to watch. Even if you're not playing it, it's fun to watch because like you really start cheering for the person, especially if they're doing well, because you know how hard it is. Like it seems so simple, but it is so difficult. But yeah, Cuphead's my number 5. We played that on an episode too, I think, with Caleb, didn't we?
We did. Caleb, he put out the Dose of Nerd audio podcast for us a couple of years back now and kind of launched us into the podcast side of things, which is what we're at now doing and continuing with. Basically, he launched for us. So shout out, Caleb. Thanks for doing that, man. Caleb, I miss that segment, his tech corner. He's always so informative and up to date on technology, far so than I am. Which is why I watch Austin, Hey Guys, so I can stay up to date on tech. One of my favorite YouTubers out there. Don't know why. And it's funny, too, because I think you've actually started enjoying his content when you didn't like him at first.
It wasn't him I didn't like. I just don't like the frivolous spending on stupid stuff. That always makes me angry.
Yeah, but you think it's his money? No.
Well, no, I mean, I know it's not his money, but it encourages other people to do it, and I don't like that.
That is a soapbox for a different day because I could share so many examples on so many things and so much BS.
Okay, we're done. Move on. Yep. Yeah. What's your number 5?
My number 5 is Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. This was a refreshing take when what I said with 4 in the prior year, because you get a different cast. And you get to be playable as, you play as females. Look at that. Badass females in a game.
You don't even have the choice to play as a man, right?
No.
Like, it's just females, yep.
Yeah, it's their story and their adventures. And it actually invents some new things. It opens up an open world map for you to explore and do things in for the first time in the franchise. Which I thought that was super cool. But yeah.
I never played this game. I only ever watched you play it, and very briefly.
Which I'm shocked. I felt like this would be one that you would like. And it's short, too. It's like 8 hours long, which is an appropriately fitting length for a game, especially of this type.
Yeah.
And it was fun. I enjoyed it. Yeah. Leading female, strong female in a supporting role, or not a lead role rather than a supporting role. I'm all about it. I'm drawn to badass women.
Yeah, you already married one.
Hey-oh, look at that. Plugging herself. That's it. It means something else.
All right. My number 4 is Super Mario Odyssey. You and Mario... Huh?
I said Odyssey.
Yeah. Mario teams up with a sentient hat named Cappy that allows Mario to control objects and other characters. It's very similar to Galaxy. You collect power moons that fuel the airship, which allows you to travel to other worlds. The idea is that Cappy's partner is a tiara that has been stolen by Bowser. And of course, Mario's partner is Peach, who has also been stolen by Bowser. And Bowser is going to force Peach to marry him while wearing Cappy's partner, the tiara. So Cappy and Mario set out to save Peach and the tiara, which is a cute little story, I guess, other than, the forced marriage, which is super creepy, but whatever. But again, it's another beautiful, beautiful game. Every world is gorgeous and different, and the way that you can make the hat do different stuff is fun to watch. This is another game that I think I've maybe played an hour of, but I've watched many, many hours of it. And it's a super fun, pretty game.
It's all right.
It's all right. Really? It's your number 1. So.
Oh, we're making bold predictions here. That's our number one.
We are making bold predictions.
Trevor out here saying Resident Evil's my number one. You're saying Super Mario's my number one. Man, look at you people.
I guess we'll find out who's right.
I guess we will, won't we?
We will.
We will.
All right.
Yeah, decent pick. That you said that was number 4.
Mm-hmm.
I am
mostly because I haven't played it very much.
Okay, fair.
I mean, that's the main reason why it's down the list a little bit, because I think I've only played the first world, really. I don't think I've gone anywhere.
Trevor says that he likes that they had assist mode for younger players or people that are bad at games in there. I love that Nintendo has been doing that. They did that with Yoshi's Crafted World, yes. Which made it much easier for Atticus, who was super young at the time. Now he's a little bit older, can play games better. But stuff like that, like, thank you, Nintendo. Because, like, when we were kids, those NES games that are, like, for kids, I'm doing air quotes, damn some of those games. Damn them all. Like Ninja Turtles, what the hell was that shit? That was not for kids. Not that the content was bad, but man... No saves, electrical underground where you had to disarm mines in the water or whatever that shit was, gaps that you could barely jump over. I'll have nightmares for the rest of my life because of the NES games. Trevor says NES games are brutal. The hell? Nintendo.
That one level in Mario at the end where you have that teeny tiny little spot of land to land on.
Oh, you can. That's easy now.
Yeah. Ugh. It wasn't back in the day, man. I lost so many lives in that damn hole.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Okay. All right.
Number 4.
And
my number 4 is, yes, one that you talked about. And we had Caleb on as a special guest. And that is Cuphead. And I, as well, was drawn to this game by the art style specifically. And then the challenge of it. I love a good platformer. I love a difficult platformer. Am I good at them? No, as I just mentioned previously. But this game is awesome. I love watching people who are really good at it, too. Shout out TMR, the Mexican runner, who is frequented at Games Done Quick, who is notably blindfolded playing this game, as well as blindfolded beating and setting a world record for this game and Battletoads, which I can't even do with my eyes. Damn you, NES. Yeah, TMR, amazing gamer at this stuff. He was one that I discovered that was playing as a challenge every NES game. He was challenged by a friend that said, hey, stream and beat every NES game. The guy didn't have a gimmick at the time. He earned one that day. And over the several months, I think it was almost 2 years, he beat every NES game. Now he has several world records for various games. But yes, Cuphead. Go ahead, what?
I just said that's amazing.
It is. The guy's funny, too. Like, he's fun to watch. Check him out. The Mexican runner. I'm, like, plugging people. That's weird.
I was going to say. Is he paying you? I wish.
No, nobody's paying us. Not for plugs, anyways. It's just one of those things. But yeah, Cuphead's my number 4. Fantastic game. I hope they do a sequel. It's been 4 years. I fully expect we're going to get one soon. They have to, right? Maybe?
No. Not everything has to have a sequel.
Yeah, but capitalism says so. It'll either get a sequel or a remake.
A remake? Can you imagine?
Yeah, it'd be like Caphead or something. Something stupid. What is Caphead?
All right. My number 3 is The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. This game was interesting. Frustrating for somebody like me, but also in a good way, I think. It's basically this giant open world that you can explore however you want. They do not give you any direction. It's completely non-linear. There's open-ended gameplay. You can go wherever you want and do whatever you want right off of the bat. And I am very type A. I want to know what I'm supposed to be doing. And it frustrated me that they just throw you into the world and they're like, hey, here you go. There's going to be stuff that you can and can't do, but you'll figure it out. Have a good time.
But that's the character, right? You're waking up and you don't know what is going on. You basically have amnesia.
Yeah. Yeah. And I thought it was really, really interesting. Like especially when you compare this game to another game that came out this year, Horizon Zero Dawn, there's a lot of similarities between the two games, at least in terms of their story. It's set in the far future, but a society that has regressed to a post-apocalyptic or a medieval state due to issues with machines. It's the same story. It's just done a different way, but it was still really, really interesting. The art style for the Zelda was really beautiful. And it was a well done game. This is yet another game. I feel like this is a trend and it will continue, but it's a game that I spend a whole ton of time playing, but I spent a lot of time watching, and it's just a beautiful game. It's fun to watch, and the gameplay is good. It's still got the puzzles in the dungeons, which is a Zelda thing, but yeah, it's really fun. Very frustrating for someone like me, but still fun.
Yeah. It's an alright pick.
What?
I said it's an alright pick. Alright pick. That's what the kids say.
I know. I'm going back and forth between what your number one will be. But
really?
I think I know which one it's going to be, but I guess we'll see, won't we?
We will see.
Okay.
That was your number 3?
Okay. That was my number 3. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So my number 3, Trevor, is Resident Evil 7, Biohazard. This game is fantastic. It delivers on all the scares that I look for. It is in the world of horror that I absolutely love, which is creepy cabin in the fucking woods with some almost seemingly inbred just trash people, which is creepy. Go ahead.
I literally was just yawning.
Oh,
sorry.
I thought you were gonna. And it's just such a left turn from everything in the Resident Evil franchise that we were familiar with. And it also introduced first-person perspective, which was so incredibly important to feel yourself more immersed in this world. And he said that MFer would not die. Yes. It delivers and packs all the perfect scares. I remember getting... Donnie, you remember when I sat him down to play the beginning of the game? I was like, you'll like this.
Yeah, he noped out.
He noped out. Nope. Keep in mind, he hates scary stuff. And I'm like, it's not that bad. I'm that guy.
Because you're a dick, brother-in-law.
Yeah. He said, goddamn inbreeding makes you more mortal. Does it, though? This game is fantastic, and I appreciate it so much more now with Village as its sequel, because there's elements that obviously tie the two together, very important elements, that I so desperately want to go back and see what I can pick up on now. And I love Village. That's a spoiler for an upcoming year. You can only imagine where that'll land.
The following announcement has been
Cody King says the draw has arrived.
Hello.
He has arrived. Welcome, Cody King,
hello.
To the broadcast. So that is my number 3. Both Lana and I are up to number 3.
The draw arrives.
Do you want to give us a quick rundown of your honorary mentions, then up through 3? If you can do a quick rundown.
No, I'll just start at 3.
Really?
Yeah, I'll just start at 3.
All right, recap your top 10 real quick there. Or don't you have a top 10?
Currently, I only put my top 3 down because I planned on being here for the top 3 and then the rest of it. So I got
what you got for
18
number
through
3?
20. I have Cuphead. I know you guys talked very deeply about Cuphead. I was very drawn to it by the art style and everything like that. And it was just a fun game overall. And no, I don't think it needs a remake. or a sequel. I think it needs to stay as is.
You don't want to see more of that? Like you're
Nope.
okay with it being just that's
No,
it? It happened and then that's it?
I mean, it's difficult because you don't want to continue and make it worse. It's already iconic. Cuphead has become iconic. You don't want to ruin that by putting out some garbage.
What if I told you today we have breaking news exclusive that Cuphead 2 arrives this Christmas?
I mean, I'll check it out.
I'd follow that up with, I'm a liar. I have no insider information. But that was convincing, though, wasn't it?
It was. It was.
That's what I do. I sell lies.
You want me to just to go ahead and say my number two, since you guys are on number two?
Let's go.
All right. My number two is Super Mario Odyssey.
Hey-o.
I loved this game. It's one of my favorites. I don't know if it was up there as much as Galaxy was, in my opinion, but Odyssey was extremely fun, and my son is obsessed with Cappy, who was introduced in this game, I believe. He has his own Cappy that he wore around for the better part of 2 years, so it's still somewhere around the house. So yeah, Super Mario Odyssey, I just thought it was a great addition to the new age games for Mario.
I'm going to agree, and I'm going to say my number two is also Super Mario Odyssey, since you're talking about
Ugh,
it.
okay.
She said, ugh.
I know what your number one is. I was going back and forth between two games, but now I know what your number one is.
Come
I thought
on.
for sure Odyssey was going to beat Zelda, but I'm wrong. Okay.
Come on. No, Odyssey's fantastic. I could not put this game down. I ended up beating it the first weekend I got it, and had Caleb actually came by. It was a weekend of our Halloween party that year that I had played it, and he had left him some stuff at our place, which he came back that next afternoon to pick up, and he was only supposed to stop by to pick it up. But he hung out for 6 hours as we played the game together, because you could play as yeah. I'm sure he got in trouble that day from his wife, but shh. You can have one person play as Mario and then the other as Cappy, which makes it an interesting co-op experience. Something that we should try sometime. I bet you it'd be fun. But yeah, this game was amazing, and the gotcha moment for me was when throughout the game. First, let me preface with this: throughout the game, you unlock various costumes that you can purchase the coins from doing certain things in each little world that Lana described earlier. When you get to the castle from Mario 64, you actually can unlock the Mario 64 attire and like character design and look. And that was the gotcha moment for me, because I have such a love for Mario 64 that when that nostalgia happened in that moment, it was just, this is it. Like this is my game of the year. But there was another game that came out earlier that year that I felt was just a little better. But Lana, hit us with your number two.
I did want to point out first that I absolutely love the rendition that they did of New York City.
Oh yes.
With people that looked like us in the background and on the streets. So it was a nice little thing that they threw. That's like, hey, even if Mario's in this world, he doesn't look like us.
Well, the song and dance number, Trevor says the 2D areas when you go into the walls.
Oh, that was great.
It's just such a passion project for everything Mario from its early days until now, basically, at that point. Damn, I love Mario. Damn, I love Nintendo. I know I'm a Halo fanboy, but holy shit, Nintendo's been there. I've always stood by Nintendo, and I always will. So because if you took away Halo, I wouldn't be an Xbox fanboy, to be honest with you. That is the one thing keeping me brand loyal in that area. But Nintendo has more heavy hitters than any company out there. That is fact.
All right.
But yes,
My number two is Assassin's Creed Origins.
Ooh.
It's set in Egypt. with the ancient groups that predate both the Assassins and the Templars. They have different names, but they essentially become, after this game, those two groups of people. You have the option to play as both genders during the game. You play as Bayek when you're on the land, and his wife Aya when you are at sea, basically. It was super fun to run around like ancient Egypt, and you go into the pyramids and, you know, all of the old areas that you kind of hear about in books. Like you go to the Library of Alexander or Alexandria and all these other, you know, like the wonders of the world. There's a couple of them in there, and it's a beautiful game. Absolutely gorgeous.
Trevor, you might know this. Cody, you might know this too. Do you know if that particular game, because I know Valhalla got an upgrade for Xbox Series X, Series S. Do you know if some of those other titles, such as Origins, are supporting that upgrade? Trevor or Cody?
Yeah, because when I was doing my list, it popped up with a bunch of different Assassin's Creed games that transferred over.
So that one does get an upgrade support.
Origins does. 3 did as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Doritos.
So it jumped all the way back to 3. So I have a mouthful of pizza at the moment.
That's all right. I got Doritos digitally on my screen right now. I was trying to eat them. Chomp, chomp. Well, that's good to know, because I bet you, because what that does is basically essentially improve performance and visual fidelity of such games. So if you think it's good when you played it back then, Lana, you should. I'm giving people sound bites. You should pop it back in and try it again.
Love that.
Trevor says it bumps to 60 frames per second. So there you go. So yeah, if you want better performance, that's peak performance right there, baby.
Okay.
Okay, hit us with your number one. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
I was just saying, Cody's eating. I can go.
No, I'm good. I just finished my pizza. My number one is Fortnite. And this is not the Battle Royale. This is the standard game of Fortnite. It was just so fun. And I do think if you gave this version of Fortnite a chance, I think you would really enjoy it. Because it's a... Yes?
Is that because the Battle Royale is the free one, which everyone crazes. Like,
yes.
What the craze is about.
This is the one that you paid for.
See, never played it then, so I don't have an opinion.
Which you really should, because this, the whole concept of the game was survival, and you love survival games.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole point of this was, one, going around and killing zombies, and then being able to build your own fortress to keep the zombies out. Which it becomes a storyline game to actually make it to the end, and it's very, very, very enjoyable and relaxing. It's Fortnite Save the World. So yeah, you should heavily look into trying, even if you don't like the Battle Royale, try Fortnite Save the World.
What's the cost?
And I think you would right now I think it's only like $5 now.
Oh, that's not bad.
No, you just have to download Fortnite, like the game Fortnite, and then you can click over to Save the World.
Fortnite.
Yeah. Back then I think it was $20. And that gave you access to win Battle Royale drop the next year.
Gotcha.
Which ended up being free anyway. So
yeah, which ended up being obviously the craze after the success of PUBG and various other things.
Absolutely. But yeah, Fortnite Save the World is my number one. Because yeah, it's just a great game, and I do think you need to try it, and it's online, so we can play it together. So
he's selling me. He must work in sales. You see that?
I do. I sold a roof today. Don't want to brag.
Damn, get that money. Ty says, I love Save the World. It's really, really fun. I still play it today. Ty also paid like $30 for it, they said. So
yeah, because it gave you 3 different editions, which the only difference was you got like extra skins out of it, I believe.
Which that's a money grab for them.
It was like a Founders Pack and an Advanced Founders Pack and like one other one that was like $100. But yeah, it was to fund the game, and then it ended up absolutely destroying it in numbers once they released
I
the
was
Battle
gonna
Royale.
say
And
they don't need funding
basically,
now.
yeah, basically became the top grossing game for like 3 years in a row.
They have freaking concerts in the game. Like it's insane.
Well, yeah, they have concerts and they have Marvel characters and DC characters. Look, where else are you going to see Batman shoot at Iron Man and the other way around?
And LeBron is in
Um,
there. They got
LeBron's in there.
Will
That's
Smith.
big. Ariana Grande is in there. Will Smith.
Oh, hold up.
is in there.
Say it again.
Ariana Grande is in there.
One more time. I can,
Ariana Grande.
I can be.
Oh my god.
But they also partnered with the NFL and the NBA, so you can have whatever team you want. You can have their
go back to the
jerseys
don't
and
go back to the Ariana Grande. You had me there. Now you're talking sports ball. See now, you got to appeal to your audience, salesman.
You really want me to appeal to you? They have Master Chief.
I saw that when you were playing on your 12 hour.
Yeah,
we were watching that, and I was like, see, look at that. My kids saw that too, and they're like, "Oh, this is Halo." I'm like, "No, this is not Halo. You're not playing Fortnite."
And that's the only time that PlayStation people can play as Master Chief.
Oh snap! That's a big deal. Save the World. The skins have different powers, says Ty, and then Ty is waiting for them to drop the Nicki Minaj skins.
She's past her prime. That's not happening.
No,
she's not famous anymore.
She's still got that super bass.
She's gonna come in and bring her cousin's boyfriend's giant balls
Whoa.
into the game. What? You haven't heard that?
This is a Year in Gaming podcast.
Excuse me, ma'am?
You tweeted a couple of days ago that the COVID vaccine gave like her cousin's boyfriend's caused his testicles to swell.
But yeah,
Is this why she was given like a lead to call White House doctors? Is that what that was all about?
Yeah.
Okay, now the picture's fully painted. I get it, because I felt that was incredibly random. I just thought she was an anti-vaxxer or something. They were trying to convince her because of her celebrity poll.
No. No. It's because she tweeted about her cousin's boyfriend's giant testicles. So.
Nice.
What is happening?
Other celebrities in the game are Marshmello, Travis Scott, Major Lazer, Ninja has his own skin, of course.
Well, yeah.
A lot of the people that got famous by Fortnite got their own specific skins.
Man, imagine
Neymar
that though. Like,
got his own skin as well.
You're a streamer, you love a game, or at least you got famous playing a game, and then you're in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's wild.
Yeah, the kid that won the Fortnite World Cup, Booga, he has his own skin as well now.
Booga?
Booga is his name.
Wow.
Yeah. So there's quite a bit of famous people that are now skins in Fortnite.
Ty's laughing at you for calling Ninja Ninja.
I think it's that Pennsylvania Midwest accent there.
Wow, definitely from Maryland. That was mean.
Oh, you're confusing him with MX. He's from Pennsylvania.
Wow.
I thought Ty was from Pennsylvania.
Lana. Ty's also from Maryland.
Oh. Okay. Well, I failed twice. Might be. I mean, it's close-ish, right?
Is it? It's
close.
Yeah,
we're close to Canada.
They border each other. Yeah, that's like saying you're Wisconsin.
Yeah, we ain't Wisconsin.
Okay, touche.
You're getting booed now. Look what is happening. Ty says disgusting. Trevor says Cody is going to Yins, Lana.
No.
What the hell
Yins,
does that mean?
yeah, that's I don't know. That's what MX says. He says yins all the time, and I don't think it's a real word. So.
I'm sorry. I screwed up. Maryland. That's what I meant. Okay. My number one. Does anyone want to guess it before I say it out loud?
Super Mario Odyssey.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yes, Travis is right. Super Mario Odyssey was my number one.
I wasn't good for that.
Have Yins
Horizon
lost
Zero
your
Dawn
mind?
is my number one. I love, the feminist in me loves that it's a female protagonist. You don't even get an option to play a guy, which just brings me joy.
Fuck, man.
It is. It is set in post-apocalyptic United States in the 31st century. Humans now live in tribes while machine-like animals roam the wilderness. And you get into this big story about how society is like this or why society is like this. And somebody is injecting the animals with something that makes them violent toward humans, which they typically were not before. And you figure out why that is. And it's an amazing RPG. It has all the great elements of a really good RPG, but it's just so much better because it's a beautiful world. I mean, it's just gorgeous. Like, all I wanted to do the whole time I was playing was just take screenshots of everything. It's an absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous game. And
that was an update to the game, by the way. Photo mode. You could have done that.
Photo mode.
Asterisk, 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 asterisk.
I mean, it's really pretty. But then, there's you got to be stealthy in some parts, and you've got to learn how to use the right weapons with the right, machines, and it just, I mean, it's.
You're so bored with your own explanation? What's going on?
No, I'm just tired. But yeah,
Suck it up, Buttercup.
It's an absolutely amazing game, start to finish. It's so much fun to play. And I don't even think I finished it, but I'm confident that if I did, I would agree.
Yeah, you didn't finish it. You didn't even. I don't even think you got into the expansion, the Frozen Wilds.
I don't think so either. But it is an absolutely gorgeous game. It is super fun to play. I love RPGs anyway, so this is just a really, really good game.
Yes.
That's my number one.
Well, I suppose that leaves mine, which is an obvious now. Lana, I'm assuming you can guess it.
Yes, it's Breath of the Wild.
It is indeed Breath of the Wild. It's just, this appealed to me. There's crafting elements. There's survival aspects to the game. There's free exploration. The dungeons aren't really existent. They're more of challenge things. There are collectibles. There are various weapons. There's the Master Sword that you can find. And you can beat this game at any time if you feel you're fully prepared. Or you can just continue exploring, which I love doing. I canvassed the entire map trying to unlock all the little zones and find little things. And then as well as discover characters and little missions. And I just loved exploring. The art style was neat. It was a mix of previous Zelda games, such as Twilight Princess mixed with Wind Waker. It captured both art styles and made them into what Breath of the Wild became. And it did all the things right from the past games, such as Ocarina, and other exploration titles, again, like Wind Waker, and had great mechanics with the fighting and storytelling like Twilight. And it might possibly be the best Zelda game outside of Link to the Past. And it was the first game I played on the Switch. And I'm so happy that it was. It really set the bar high and the standard for the Switch being the console it is today. And it showed everybody that didn't have faith in this damn console, especially around the early days of DNA if you were here, that I was right, damn it. I said this will be a great system because it's Nintendo. They know what they're doing. Put faith in them. And so many people were negative on the NX and said it would not do well because the Wii U failed. And I said they were wrong about that too. And look where we are, damn it. The Switch is incredible. Breath of the Wild is incredible.
You just made the list!
So eat it. Holy hell, Cody King. Let's take a moment to appreciate 10 gifted subs from Cody here.
And not a single one of them went to me.
Rude. You just made the list!
That means you're probably already
Let's
subscriber.
See. Who yeah, you might be. Who got the subs? Let's read them out. Baldomero Guandi.
You just made the list!
Hey, Jesus got it.
Jesus, 73,193. There's a lot of Jesus. You had to put that many numbers behind you. Yuroslav Tuvidar. Uhithiki. Eflo69.
You just made the list.
Alexander Jameson, 5433.
Ooey thicky.
That was the
I
name.
can't with ooey thicky that. I almost lost.
John the Giant, 2021. Tiano Himi.
You just made the
I like
list.
this one coming up.
Mr. Chicken Nuggets, 12. You're a cunt, 96. But it's with a K.
You're a cunt.
You're a cunt. You're a cunt.
You just made the list.
Oh my god. I'm sorry, but ooey thicky is like the best.
Ooey Thicky.
name.
I actually know who that is,
Ooey
too.
Thicky.
I work with them, so.
That's funny.
You just made the list.
Their name is also Cody, by the way, so that's a fun fact.
Well, he's thicky.
He's Thicky.
You know,
He's Thicky Cody.
you're a cunt always reminds me of Becky Eats Ass.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I always read it as Becky.
You just made the
Ass.
list.
Well, I think that's what it is, isn't it? Or no?
No, it's Becky Eats Ass. I don't think she likes Becky Lynch.
Oh.
Yeah, Becky Eats Ass. But I
You
always
just
read it
made the
as
list.
Becky Eats Ass. It always makes me laugh.
It's a lot of ass eating.
Anyway. Okay.
Well, that was the
Anyway,
year
moving on.
2017. Stick with us. We're going to take a brief break while we set up for 2018.
You just made the list.
Everybody's making the list. We got, I think, that was it.
He's thicky.
Oh, he thicky.
Ooh, you think
Oh, he thicky. But 2018's coming up next. We're going to take Anita Mandahold. This is Ty. Good Lord. Here we go.
And
And just
seasons
saying,
to
we are
concurrent
only 3 away from 60 active subs. So, you know,
Ooh.
That's madness. That unlocks something
is-
else, too, I think.
it does. It does. It's the next step for us.
Damn.
Also, I just
3 away.
thought of something. 2 C's together in Italian makes the ch sound, so technically it's oohy thitchy.
Ooh, he's itchy.
He Fitchy? That doesn't sound good.
It sounds like someone with a lisp is saying he's itchy.
He might be itchy. Trevor says, hey, don't get the #1 game wrong this time for 2018. I already know what he's talking about. Stick with us. We're going to talk about that. That comes up next. We'll be right back with you guys with another episode. This has been 132 of the Dosage. Thank you, Cody, for joining us, and he'll be on the next one. We'll be right back.